Well, hello everybody. It is Monday, and that means it is Valkyrie profile time. So, we're basically at the end of Chapter 4. And so, this episode is going to basically be a little housekeeping, and the characters in the new chapter, and then I think I'll do some upkeep off-screen so that you guys don't have to watch me do equipment work. But one thing that we haven't quite finished yet is the transfer. We still have to send one more person. And so I believe the plan was to send Nanami. So we're going to make sure that she is decked out with everything that we need. And if I remember, we need negotiation, we need knowledge about demons, and what's the other thing that they wanted? Trick and hear noise. So, perception, right? Plus, I'm only temporarily giving her the emerald necklace because we're gonna give her some experience. Then we just re-equip her with normal stuff. Say a stun check? Yeah, why not? Okay. So, she has some capacity left over. And she's already mostly decked out, right? Yeah, we just need to use up these last points and then send her on her way. Let's see, 46 more points. We'll give her a little more leadership. We'll give her even a little more leadership than that. And one level of formation. Make sure her traits are decked out. And send her out. There we go. That's all of our transfer for this chapter. Let's get Yume back in the party. And I think we'll just, let's see. I mean, hypothetically, I could do a dungeon. Yeah, but what the heck. We'll do combat next time. Alright. Yeah, let's just rest everybody up. And that is the end of Chapter 4. Chapters 4 to 5, Sacred Phase.
It has been a long time, Lenneth. Our current situation is as follows.
Yeah, so the Aesir army is really starting to dominate.
Our current situation is... Our forces are routing the enemy. If things continue as they are, all is well. Do you wish to know the status of our Einherjar?
Yeah, let's see how everybody's doing.
You wish to know his status?
So it's kind of cool. I didn't mention this before, but there's actually things that don't have actual, like, story parts behind them, but it's kind of cool. During a break. And then we have a major role in a ferocious attack on Fort Gerudo. No, not the Zelda characters. Hyar? Okay, whatever Hyar means. Some sort of Viking cry.
Do you wish to know the status of our Anherjar? You wish to know his status?
Okay, hopefully they're not sending him on many more aquatic missions. Okay, so he was in on the Gerudo attack as well, and he has exploits recognized by Vidar.
Do you wish to know the status of our Anherjar?
Alright, how is Janus doing?
You wish to know his status?
Yes. So he had a lot of really good stuff going on this time. And apparently he's working as a VIP protector and inspecting fortresses. Nice. Contest with Ul. Exploits recognized? Oh, so it's Thor. Big words. Or big something, I don't know. It's Thor. Yes, well, farewell. I blush with such praise, sir. I don't know how to respond to that. And this is cool. He deceived his opponent perfectly. Battle at Dawn. Jos Kuraru High Plain, 3rd Platoon. Repel the surprise attack, defend the fort, total victory. So he did pretty good this time too.
Do you wish to know the status of our Anherjar?
So here's Nanami, we just sent her there.
You wish to know her status?
Yeah. Total acquired hero value, 117. She got her hero value up to 231 immediately. Oh man, that's ridiculous. Yeah. She deceived her opponents perfectly, she spotted the demon's weaknesses, she avoided the surprise attack. She's on a special mission. So much going on for her. That conversation was worth 2 hero points. I don't know why. And here's Thor. Her head is larger than his head. Alright, then we have another mission, the Sylvan Bow. Get the Sylvan Bow. So here's some backstory. So they're headed off to Alfheim to get the Sylvan Bow from the elves.
If we are to have any hope of winning this war, we must have the Sylvan Bow. Go with Loki to Alfheim and retrieve the Sylvan Bow right away. I do not think the Light Elves will hand it over without a fight. If they give it to you peacefully, good. But if not, do what you must.
They got it without a fight. Pretty impressive.
Do you wish to know the status of our Einherjar? You wish to know his status?
Here's Jun. His hero value is pretty high too, 281. That's pretty crazy. And then we have another mission, the Battle for the Magic Tools. There we go.
Do you wish to know the status of our Einherjar? You wish
finally,
to know her status?
Lorenta. She did good too. She's up at 288 now, with a total acquired value of 106, which is pretty crazy. She conversed with... So she's acting as a diplomat here. Kind of a morale booster. That can have a big effect. I guess she was in the Sylvan Bow mission as well. And devoted caregiver. Alright. So there is that. That's everybody.
Do you wish to know the status of our Einherjar? Lenneth, about your performance. It is magnificent. These are all the materialized points I can grant you at this time.
13,000's not a bad
The Lord
deal.
Odin is pleased with you. He bids me give you these artifacts.
So the Ether Scepter is nice. We've got some spell books and some skill books. Some of those aren't going to be too useful. But we also have the Bracelet of Zoe and the Coin of Fortune.
Lenneth, I have a request to make of you. We have many powerful warriors, but we need one who can move swiftly.
So we need someone who's fast.
Send us an Einherjar who is both swift and nimble. Send us an Einherjar skilled at swimming. We need someone who can issue battle commands. We need swordsmen. Send us a warrior who knows how to wield a blade. May fate guide your hand. I expect good news.
And that's it. We are now officially halfway done with the important part of this game. Or with the normal part of this game. Now we need to move on to Disc 2. Give me just a second here. There may be a slight blip in the video. Or maybe not. I don't know. We will certainly find out. Alright, looks like we're there. Excellent. Alright, we're halfway through. Until the end of the world. And so... we're going to, well, so... just real quick, I'm just going to go through and point at a couple of new things that we can pick up in the Divine Item. I won't actually show me buying and re-equipping things, but here's some new weapons for us. We kind of get a choice this time between a single attack 600 attack or a triple attack 200 for pretty much every weapon type. Like here we have the halberd and poleaxe, we've got the claymore and the flamberge. The claymore is 800, which is pretty crazy. Excuse me. New wands, new katana, new bows. These two, yeah, the arbalest and the fire crossbow. However, there isn't really any new armor this time. It's like all the armor is the same. We got a couple of new things here, but nothing particularly interesting. Monster Tome. So that's kind of where we're at. I'll be doing all the re-equipping of people off screen because you guys don't need to bother watching that. So let's go through and let's get new party members. And open up dungeons.
That little freak Lezard did it? I mean, I can't say I necessarily blame him. But these are... runes? It can't be. The 4th and 14th runes, and even the 22nd. These were not lost forever. His penmanship hasn't gotten any better, that's for sure. I can't tell if he's writing in code or just can't write at all. It is! It's a homunculus! Lezard, you did her, didn't you? You know how I am. I don't like to mess around.
The Philosopher's Stone. I found it.
What?
Misty, you took my homunculus, didn't you? I'd like it back if you don't mind terribly.
So here we go with some continuation of the Lezard Valeth story. We're gonna head to Flensburg. There it is. Down we go. What? Yeah, whatever.
That little freak Lezard did it? I mean, I can't say I necessarily blame him.
Rival Professor? She is not very heroic. So she heads to the Tower of Lezard Valeth.
This entire tower is emitting magical energy. There are some sort of glyphs engraved on the walls.
Way to go, Sherlock.
But these are runes? It can't be. The 4th and 14th runes, and even the 22nd. These were thought lost forever. What can this mean?
If they were lost forever, how could you know what they look like?
Ah, they've already been dispelled.
Whatever that means as far as the
He
room
has
goes.
the ability to shift such a huge tower into another dimension. Just how powerful is he?
What, like the TARDIS or something? Somehow the book seems to emit massive amounts of light. Yeah, the guy with the library full of books is illiterate. That's gotta be it. So this is the one that Valkyrie couldn't destroy.
Well, this might be useful for a practice autopsy at least.
The bunny or dog slippers are great. Great touch. I mean, they live in like a medieval world. Where did they even get dog slippers? So this is interesting. The stone is not really a stone, but really a collection of all the world's knowledge that has to be actually parsed. Doesn't it have an index or a table of contents? So she's familiar with Lezard. He has a nickname for her. They probably went to school together at Flensburg.
Reality is so boring. I'd choose to sleep forever if it'd mean I'd never stop dreaming.
So here we get some world building.
Odin used to be a rather weak god indeed. So then, how did he manage to become Lord of the Gods? Did you never wonder that, Misty?
Well, now that you mention it.
Humans are incomplete beings. Gods, then, can be considered the final evolution of man. In other words, gods do not grow, but are static. However,
Odin was different because he's a half-elf.
that's right. Because Odin's divine blood was mixed with mortal, he has the ability to grow, just as we humans do. Combining the finest traits of all beings, Odin was finally able to secure the throne. Now this is where it gets interesting.
Gods use the vessels we call elves to travel through Midgard to protect the World Tree.
You're repeating yourself, Lezard.
Listen well, Misty. It's possible to transfer human souls into elves. There it is, conclusive proof that gods and human souls are roughly equivalent beings.
So you're talking about moving souls from one body to another?
Do you know what my homunculi are crafted from?
They're half elf, half human.
Correct. My homunculi are essentially half elves. If I were to shift my soul into the body of a homunculus, might I not become a god?
Oh, right, I don't have to walk. I'm Lezard Valeth. So this looks like the city where she lives. She most certainly can go somewhere there as flesh and blood, can't she? Or maybe she's in a different city. Who knows?
Would you care to journey with us?
I'm a little surprised that Valkyrie chooses to bring her along, but I wonder if she
Me? With you?
has a grudge against Valeth.
Yes. Also, if you should join us, it may be possible for you to research Bifrost and Yggdrasil.
Fine. I'll come with you. I mean, it's not as if I really have any other choice, do I?
Indeed.
And you don't have to tempt me with stupid promises either.
And so, Mistina...
Besides, it might be fun to haunt that little freak.
And so Mistina joins the group. So, you may remember that way on back in Chapter 1, way back in Chapter 1, it was mentioned that not everybody is fit to be a hero. I'm going to show you an example of that right here. So if I hop over to traits, and I look at Mistina, right now her character value is -54, and she has a huge number of negative traits. Prideful, egotistical, narcissistic, distracted, snobbish, flashy. Her only good traits are that she's wise and voluptuous. And those are already up at pretty high levels. Like, she doesn't have much to gain from them. Like, if I increase them up to 8, okay, she's level 8 everything now, but she's level 8 a lot of negative things. So, and these negative traits, sometimes you can get them down to, like, 2 or 1, but every single one of her negative traits plateaus at 4. That is her hero value with all of her traits maxed out. And here we also see an issue with the leveling system in the game. Her capacity starts out as 999, but she probably should have started out with more than that. So that kind of limits her abilities, basically, to a certain degree. So we're not sending her up. There's no way. She's way too low level a hero. So we basically just need to kit her out for combat, and that should do it. So we get her first aid. She's a mage, so she won't really be doing any dodging, so that's not useful. That's also not very useful. Items are automatically used depending on circumstances. I don't want to bother with that, so we'll just give her those two. Give her some weight reaction. We'll want to give her some survival capabilities and defense and avoidance. So far she's set up. Oh, and we'll check out her abilities too. So she already has some pretty good spells, including Sap Guard and Normalize. We'll probably throw Heal on her later, maybe, if we even choose to use her. I don't know. So that's the first character of this chapter, and she is completely unsuitable to send up to Asgard, so let's check out the next person.
Even the kids are worrying about me now. What's wrong with me lately? I don't want to be left alone again.
They've sent half the army. I don't want to die. Lucian, you can't just leave me.
Alright, we're off to Garabellum. And this time, it's Lucian. You might remember him from the intro.
Even the kids are worrying about me now. What's wrong with me lately?
Bucks? Oh, that's bad. Was he just not paying attention, or?
Who are you?
I am the one who chooses souls.
You're a Valkyrie? But you look just like...
Do you not wish to come with me? You have earned the right to join the Einherjar.
But what about Claire? I can't just abandon her.
If that is how you feel.
So let's look at Lucien real quick. So he's got a lot of positive traits, except that he's extremely unlucky. But he's already got a hero value of 70. So he's pretty impressive as it is. So he will be useful. But I'll do all that level building crap out of sight, out of mind. So let's see what's next. Okay, Cave of Oblivion.
Please, I beg of you, sir. Please keep this a secret. No!
I see. That's how it is. So, how did you scam this one, my dear?
before the battle begins, Magnus will perform a rite of blessing to bolster the troops' morale. This will be our only chance. Letitia, back me up. If this goes any further, the order of knights will be...
Krell Monferine, off we go. How did she ever pass as a man? It's one of the problems with the style of art is that it's... I guess I don't know if it's a problem or it's one of the idiosyncrasies of the art style. here Valkyrie shows up as a Ghostbuster, basically. So they're hinting at Valkyrie's past again. An unexpected boss fight.
Come to me, Dark Warriors. Battle awaits us.
How dare you! How dare you! How dare you! Such ugly creatures. How dare you!
Fire lance!
How dare you!
Take that!
That's it. Okay, so not very hard of a surprise boss fight, thankfully. So Valkyrie's like, what, this? Oh, I'm not worried about this. This just gets me another ally. And why is Magnus over there slack-jawed? It's also important to note that he pushed that sword right through her armor. So what good was her armor? So this is strange, we don't really get any of her backstory. We just get this last couple of hours of her life, basically. We don't know why she had this grudge against Magnus. We don't know why she decided to become a knight. So she doesn't have a whole lot of stats at all. She's prideful and emotional, which are her main negative points, but she's also brave, moralistic, and precise. She's got a positive hero value already. She's level 15, so she's a pretty good fighter. So, that's pretty cool. I'm not sure whether we'll send her or not. Remember, according to Freya, we need to get above 90. So... Okay, dungeon. Here we have the Arcane Ruins.
This is a variety of cactus. It blooms only one night a month, and only for a few hours.
Who is it? Who's calling me? Wait! Hold up a second. I got it! I
Off to Vilnor, then. It's a great voice clip. This is a variety of cactus. Okay. Ah, it's Badrak. You might remember him from Chapter 1. He was one of the guys who was working with Arngrim in that final mission of his. Yeah, that's the right answer. Huh? Cactus? Oh, so he crossed the Thieves Guild. Oh, that's my body. Great. Another surprising character for Valkyrie to come pick up. Huh? Oh. What did you do to him? Oh. Bad example. I just imagine Valkyrie's eyes getting narrower and narrower as this goes on. Time's up.
This is a variety of cactus. It blooms only one night a month, and only for a few hours. If you make a wish when the flowers bloom, it will come true.
What is he gonna read on his tombstone? Badrak. Saved from hell by a cactus.
Had to have been, let's see, 3-4 years ago. I don't remember too well, but I think so. I was working in Vilnor. Hold on. Don't rush me here. What was I doing? It wasn't nothing that bad. I was working. Security. Like an escort, you know?
For whom?
For who, you say? They were, slave traders.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Don't give me that look. It gets better, okay?
I promise.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. Kind of an embarrassing story, really.
Like, I imagine Valkyrie looking at her watch.
It was a crappy old town. No shortage of those up north. Well, up in places like that, especially in Vilnor, sometimes the townsfolk gotta sell their daughters just to eat.
And their sons just to drink.
Anyway, I got hired to escort a bunch of slavers, and there was this little 7-year-old girl there. A typical village rat, like you see everywhere. I forget her name. Anyway, for some reason, she took a shine to me. It's a sad story. You know where it's going, don't you? No? I gotta tell you? Well, these slavers are total thieves, and they only paid me half of what they promised. And on top of that, They didn't tell me how dangerous their route was. So I said to hell with the job. Of course, I didn't get paid neither. Anyway, before I left, I took that little girl away with me. She had no idea what was going on. Kept asking me about her brother and all. I only saved her to piss off the slavers, but what a pain in the butt she was.
You're not helping, Badrak.
I told her it was my house, and she believed me. Even though it had a big old cross and everything. Maybe I should have told you I saved her and took her all the way to the orphanage because I felt sorry for her.
So, even a man who lives in darkness can bloom for one fleeting moment.
Well, he abandoned a girl in a hospital, or I mean a church. And so with that, Badrak joins the party. And leaves a mess for his landlady to clean up. So we have consumed 2/3 of our time units for this. Take a quick look at Badrak's stats. There he is. Yeah, he's also got a lot of negatives. His value right now is -83, and that's with this -7 down at 4, and this -7 down at 4. It's pretty ridiculous. That doesn't bode well for much of anything. Well, so we won't be sending him either, but we might be able to find a use for him. Anyway, it's been a little over an hour, so I think that's probably good for today. I'll do the skill point allocation and stuff off screen. You guys don't need to watch that. Get some more, equipment and all that nonsense. We kind of glanced at it, so there's not too much special going on there. And then next week we'll take on the dungeons. Thank you for watching, and I hope you will tune in again. And yeah, catch you all later.